My biggest problem with this is that I kind of liked the concept of having a Digimon partner as their own character or unique personality, because I feel like that could be used very effectively to aid in the development of the human character, kind of similar to how we saw in, well, Tamers, where the human and Digimon partners had their own personalities that would play off each other. They would act as each other's confidants and aided in the development of one another. And I was originally going to call this season lazy for appearing to not want to put the time and effort into drawing or at least writing Digimon partners as characters and just having the people become the Digimon and slapping these two on as tag-alongs who have very limited personalities and no development. But as I thought about it more, I got the impression that maybe this season didn't want to use Digimon to develop their characters and rather use other members of the group to develop each other, because a lot of the characters in this group have unique relationships with one another. So I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt and pat it on the back for taking risks and enduring the slings and arrows of the fan base, and just leave it at that. We'll talk more about this when we get into the individual evolutions, but the concept was never a make or break deal for me, and at most, I'm mildly disappointed. I just wanted to cover this topic early and get it out of the way, so let's get back to the plot. So Takuya beats up the evil dog monster and reclaims the part of the digital world that he stole. And we've also learned that the season has gone back to Adventure in 02 rules, where you do not kill Digimon, they simply turn into eggs, and in fact, you can take their data and purify them so they are born as good Digimon. That's kind of disappointing and lame, but anyway. Bokomon realizes that these humans are the chosen Digidestins who are meant to bring order and balance to the world. He also explains that the evil Cherubimon is tearing apart the world using an army of corrupted Digimon. And also there are more digital ancient warrior spirits that are scattered across the world waiting to be found. But Tommy and JP still don't really want to be here, so they try to devise a plan to go home. And it really shows how easily this whole story could have been averted. And it always made me laugh. So, in Adventure, when our main heroes entered the digital world and tried to leave, there was no way for them to get back. They didn't know what was going on. They were just stranded out in the middle of nowhere. Here, there is apparently a very easy way to go back home. All you have to do to leave this story and the digital world is just hop on a train. It's really that simple. And in fact, Tommy and JP try this. They fail at it because they're idiots, but it always struck me weird that they never try this again. But anyway, Tommy and JP get attacked by some Digimon because JP has some chocolate and the Digimon really like chocolate and they want to take all of JP's chocolate, and then Koji, that kid from the first episode, shows up and gets his spirit evolution and then talks about how he doesn't want to be part of the group or anything. And yeah, he's really our mysterious character for this season. So after Koji leaves, I think I can say our adventure officially begins, where the main group of kids go out to find something called the Forest Terminal after being told to go look for it by the magic talking voice in their Digivice. So they begin to explore the digital world, as Bokomon explains everything about it, and the other kids begin finding their spirit evolutions. It is also somewhat interesting to note that the digital world seems to have gone through a bit of an industrial revolution. I mean, there's shops, factories, slave labor to work in the factories, schools. There's a lot less wild, unkept wilderness. This is another change, and this one I kind of like. It seems to be reference to Emperor Meiji and his policies to reform Japan and bring it into the modern industrial era, while also visually changing the world to help it stand out against the multiple other incarnations of it. And I'm mentioning all this now because I'm probably not going to say many more things positive about this season for a while. Because after the last kid gets their spirit evolution, this is where I feel the season begins to become this weird glaze where things just start mixing together and I just begin to forget everything. So after meeting up with Koji again and almost getting lynched by some crazy Numamon, our heroes meet their first real antagonist, Grumblemon. Grumblemon is one of a few legendary warriors who are actually still active and, in fact, working for Cherubimon. Grumblemon is also very strong, but can also switch into a new evolution called a Beast Evolution, which is even stronger. Yeah, you thought we were done hunting evolutions for a while, but we're not. Not for a long time. He easily manages to defeat our heroes and separates them before eating this mountain. We then have a few episodes that focuses on our two individual groups now as they have little adventures and learn about the importance of not bullying people. Yeah, we're gonna save a lot of these episodes for when we talk about the individual characters. But as Koji and Takuya get their beast evolutions, we do learn more about how they work, that you can in fact steal somebody's spirit evolution, thus robbing them the ability to evolve. We also learn that after you get your beast evolution, you kind of go crazy for a little bit and have to tame yourself. We also get introduced to the other evil legendary warriors, Ranamon, Arbamon, Mercurymon, and the mysterious Duskmon. But he's not that important right now. What is important is that our heroes finally make it to the forest terminal. And what's at this terminal? Well, Seraphimon. Yeah, this might be considered fan service, especially since Cherubimon is also here. But, whatever. Apparently he's some great warrior who used to rule the digital world alongside Cherubimon, who turned evil, and Ophanimon, who is being held prisoner somewhere and is the woman talking through the Digivices. He tells the kids that he has no use for them anymore now that he's awakened, and tells them to go home. The end. Nah, just kidding. The evil legendary warriors show up. And we get to see what a great warrior Seraphimon is.
Dark reflection!
Fantastic. So Mercurymon steals Seraphimon's data and says he's going to use it for his own evil plans. This is sadly not really important. The kids manage to escape the onslaught, but eventually Grumblemon catches up and then JP kills Grumblemon. Then we spend the next couple episodes just wandering around the digital world some more, looking for beast spirits, occasionally running into the legendary warriors that are evil, and also doing a lot of dumb stuff, like Trailmon races. What a great episode that was! Meanwhile, Cherubimon thinks Mercurymon's gonna betray him and is getting very suspicious, but this really also doesn't matter at all. But finally, we reach the Dark Forest, where after dealing with Arbamon, our heroes come face to face with the great mysterious Duskmon, who we will be talking about in the next part, because screw plot summary.
I'm in chains, I'm in chains. My freedom of speech is in chains. I'm the one in chains now. I'm in chains because I can't say what I want to say. Let me know how long